Hey Marek, I'm going to do this in English, if you don't mind. So, to start with, looking at your setup position, you can see that your hips are way below the height of your knees. Alright, your knees are up here, and the hips are down here at this point here. So we've got a big difference between the hips and the height of the knees, and really we'd like to see in that setup a position where your hips would actually be a fair bit higher up, so that they're in line, not in line, but they're slightly above your knees in terms of your setup. Okay, and so when you start your snatch here, you'll see what happens. Whoosh, right? The shoulders have hardly moved, and the hip has rise quite considerably, and the bar is now also off the ground. All right, so you've started your lift there. So I would like you to try and fix that setup. So I'd like to see those hips about there when you set up. Okay, so the hips are just above the height of the knee there, and that bar should still be on the ground. That should be your starting position. Then what happens is, because of those fast hips, which before the bar is past the knee, you're now almost horizontal. Because of that position, when you get to here, and I'm only looking at the video on the left at the moment. When you get to here, your legs are almost extended, right? And that bar looks as though it's only just past the height of your knees. Okay? In that position there, you should still have a little bit more knee flexion. Your knees should be still a little bit more bent. What I do like is that we are seeing a bar path at the start of your lift that sweeps back. That's great. Okay, so that's good. So that sweeping back of the bar is working really well. You then have another problem which I hadn't noticed previously, and that is we don't quite get to triple extension. Yeah, you see how you don't quite get to that triple extension at any stage, and I think for me the reason is your arms are straight here. So what's happening is that bar has to go further away from your hips. It's no longer close to your body. You're increasing the distance there, and those arms stay straight, stay straight, stay straight. And so here, it's probably the worst at this level here, where the distance from here to the shoulder is now far too big. That bar should actually be a lot closer to your body. The center of that bar should be, I'd say, probably about 20 centimeters closer to your body. So those you're not hitting that elbows high and outside position early enough. So that bar from here, it's staying away from you. Okay, it's going way away from you. So you're having to shift your hips quite a long way forward in that chest, quite a long way forward to get in and underneath it, and that's probably why we have that landing on the toes. Oops, we're going the wrong way. Right? So if you look at that left foot, when you jump, you have to jump forwards. Yeah? And you're doing that both here and here. If you just watch that, as we take off, you're having to go forwards. Yeah? Okay, so I think that's because those arms are not bending and that bar is not staying close to your body. Alright, so once you've hit that triple extension and you start going underneath the bar, you need to hit that elbows high and outside position on your way down. Okay, and that will help also with the balance in terms of your reception, because you can see on the way right, on the right hand one, you have to step backwards. Okay. Voila, I hope that helps. So work on that setup and try and remember to keep those elbows high and outside as you get through that triple extension.